Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Moss aka Cyber Shades, and today we're going to be back here again with the trade recap. So today I finally took my first trade of the week. Today is the 12th December, Tuesday, and yeah, yesterday there was no trades for me. Today stayed cash. Today, basically took trades. Mainly I had just SPY and an Oracle on watch list. So let's go ahead and just break it down what I was looking at. So SPY, mainly I was just looking at a 462 bounce, and I didn't really like the price action. So I switched my focus to Oracle. And if we come in here, I traded the sticker about one, two, three times, so it didn't overtrade it, so that's a good thing. And yeah, so one of the reasons why I had Oracle on watch was this huge gap down ER earnings sentiment. So for me, I was looking for a bearish sentiment here, and basically I was like, okay, these are the levels that I had, and I was like, cool. The ones that are kind of like more longer and less bulkier, these are more like key critical areas for me. Let me see if I can just move this here. So these ones right here and these ones right here are more critical areas for me than say the smaller dot ones. So what I was watching for was a pretty much at first wasn't too like focused at it, but what I was basically watching for was a reject of over here, kind of like a reject this 103.75, but then we kind of got that, and I did. So my first entry here was like seeing that reject. I was like, okay, cool. We're gonna send it down and take out the opening print. I actually entered here two puts of the 104 102 puts here, and entered two contracts here, and it was a terrible entry because um, I wasn't aware of this. I added this level of 103 later, and it was a really key level, and I'll tell you guys why in a second because it held it like really hard. And yeah, so basically I entered here. For a second I was down up really nicely. Maybe I was down like pretty much a lot. One of the first mistakes I made was oversizing. Once again, this is what I'm seriously need to get myself hold accountable for, because I don't know if it's you guys, but I'm like I get angry at myself. If I'm like doing some stupid mistake that I told myself that I journaled and that I went back and reflected on that I'm not going to do. So that's really been getting on my nerves here. So next time, I need to really watch that if I'm playing a name that I've never played before. So yeah, basically I was watching Oracle here for a drop after we take out the this level here, the 103.28, and I was like, cool, time to enter puts. Entered here, and I was like, you know what, I'm exiting here. It's the tape and the bid was holding, so I'm like, you know what, let me get out of here. And this was my first mistake. Like after this, I was like, okay, cool. Now the second mistake was I entered right back here again, basically like on this candle here before it shot up, and I exited at 123, entered at 138, exited at 123. So same contract, or actually it was actually a different contract, the 103 puts. And I don't know why I had different contracts, but I was just mainly looking for liquidity in these contracts. So yeah, and I was like, okay, cool, I exited. So as you guys can see, good thing one thing I didn't watch for was a good thing I didn't held, because otherwise I would have just I would have gotten destroyed here if I exited here. Now rejected here, made a double top count if you're on the 1 minute, and this is where I entered another position here. Now this should have been the trade, really, the real trade, entry and execution was this 103 here, because I was watching it here. I was like, okay, it's defending 103 heavily. Um, I even watched it on the tape. There was like order sizes of 20,000, 13,000, 15,000 just popping up on the bid, and the sellers were not strong enough to really push this down. So at the moment, the aggressive selling wasn't really there. So it held, and then I got stop loss, exited here, and basically I was like, okay, cool. I'm pretty much done for the day. And as you guys can see, it pretty much played once this 103 dropped. It was just like straight candle hard drop here, and looking at this, definitely sucks, because it's really just all my execution and not really having the best entry and overall just execution and risk management. Because in here I actually exited the first trade. I actually exited on accident because for a second I was like, wait a second, I tapped it on accident because it was like a small little panic, and it kind of saved me in a way. And yeah, second trade, I mean, really my fault, because still I didn't really put too much emphasis on the 103 level here. Even though I didn't have a charger, I charted it later, but as we got to here, I charted it around this candle area. And yeah, I mean, I should have just waited for the break of this, nice break hold of this. And as you guys can see, when it broke this 103, it pretty much took out the opening print. And as you guys can see, we've been going down for pretty much the whole day. Overall, a good trade idea, very good trade idea. It really sucks that when your execution is just, when you mess up on your execution, which can cost you a lot. So I was really just gonna take a turn to really just reflect and do better going on from the next trade. But yeah, pretty much overall down on the day, $28. Small account sitting at 542. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. And yeah, thank you guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one.